Lululemon was the untouchable athleisure brand until March 2013 when their entire reputation collapsed in weeks. This wasn't just a product failure. It was a perfect storm of quality control negligence, founder arrogance, and tone-deaf PR responses that turned loyal customers into angry critics overnight. Most brands don't survive this kind of hit. Lululemon did. And the strategy they used to recover isn't what conventional crisis management teaches. In fact, it's the opposite. You're about to see exactly how they rebuilt trust when trust was completely shattered, and why their recovery method works for any business facing reputation damage. The crisis. How Lululemon lost control. The sheer pants disaster. In March 2013, Lululemon recalled their best-selling black yoga pants. The problem was simple but devastating. They were see-through. Not slightly transparent. Completely sheer. The product failed basic quality standards that any athletic brand should meet without question. This wasn't a small batch issue either. It affected a massive portion of their inventory. Thousands of customers had already purchased and worn these pants. The financial hit was immediate. Stock dropped. Customer anger exploded across social media. The brand looked incompetent. Worse, they looked careless. For a company built on premium quality and exclusivity, this was existential. Lululemon's entire value proposition was that you were paying for something better. Better materials, better manufacturing, better everything. When that promise broke, the entire brand foundation cracked. The founder's toxic response. But here's where Lululemon made it infinitely worse. Chip Wilson, the founder, didn't own the mistake. Instead, he blamed customers. He claimed the pants weren't designed for all body types, essentially saying the problem wasn't the company's negligence. It was the customer's body. The statement went viral for all the wrong reasons. It felt dismissive, elitist, and confirmed every criticism about the brand's arrogance. This wasn't a PR mistake. It was a strategic failure to understand the difference between defending a product and defending your values. When you're in crisis, defending the product doesn't matter. What matters is whether you respect your customers. Wilson's comment screamed that he didn't. He eventually apologized, but damage like that doesn't reverse with a statement. It spreads. Why this was an existential threat. Lululemon's brand promise was built on premium quality and exclusivity. When that promise broke, customer loyalty followed. The brand had positioned itself as aspirational and superior. The crisis exposed them as negligent. Social media amplified every negative comment. The narrative shifted from premium brand to overpriced and arrogant. Competitors saw an opening. Customers questioned whether they'd been paying for hype instead of quality. Stock prices fell. Same-store sales declined. The company was bleeding revenue. Worse, they were bleeding credibility. In the luxury and premium segments, credibility is everything. Once it's gone, price premiums disappear fast. The sheer pants crisis had become a symbol of something bigger. A company that didn't care about its customers enough to get the basics right. The recovery strategy, radical transparency. Most brands in crisis mode go silent or flood the market with defensive statements. Lululemon did the opposite. New CEO Laurent Potdevin took over and immediately changed the narrative from defending the brand to rebuilding trust. This is the critical move most companies miss. Instead of hiding behind corporate language, he went directly to customers and acknowledged the failure completely. He didn't make excuses about manufacturing. He didn't blame external factors. He owned it. Here's what makes this powerful. Admitting fault builds more trust than explaining why it wasn't your fault. When you're in crisis, people don't want to hear justifications. They want to see that you get it, that you understand what you did wrong. Potdevin understood this. Lululemon invested heavily in their supply chain and manufacturing processes. But here's the key part. They didn't just fix the problem behind closed doors. They made the fix visible to customers. They became obsessively transparent about their sourcing, production standards, and testing procedures. Quality control transformed from a behind-the-scenes operation into a core part of their brand identity. This created something powerful. Customers could see the investment in their product. That visibility justified the premium price point. People weren't just buying better pants anymore. They were buying proof that the company had changed. Instead of launching expensive ad campaigns, Lululemon doubled down on their community programs. They strengthened relationships with fitness instructors, yoga studios, and local communities. This created grassroots advocacy that felt authentic, not manufactured. Community members became brand ambassadors because they experienced the change firsthand. They saw the quality improvements. They felt the shift in how the company treated them. This approach cost less than traditional marketing, but built deeper loyalty. Here's the psychological shift that happened. By admitting failure and investing visibly in improvement, Lululemon shifted customer perception from "they got caught" to "they actually care." The crisis became proof of their commitment to quality, not evidence of their negligence. This is counterintuitive, but it works. The recovery took years, not months. This patience signaled genuine commitment, not damage control. Customers who stuck with them felt like insiders who understood the brand's real values. New customers who discovered the brand during recovery saw a company that had proven itself through action, not just words. Most brands try to minimize crisis impact. Lululemon maximized transparency instead. They didn't try to control the narrative. They changed their actual practices and let customers see the difference. Implementation and payoff. By 2015, Lululemon had recovered their market position. By 2020, they were stronger than before the crisis. Their stock price tripled in the years following the recovery. More importantly, customer loyalty shifted from aspirational to genuine. People believed in the brand again. When crisis hits your business, transparency beats defensiveness every single time. Your customers don't need perfect execution. They need to see you fixing what broke. Build your recovery strategy around visible improvement, not press releases. The brands that survive existential threats are the ones willing to admit they were wrong and prove they've changed through action. Audit your quality control and customer communication systems now, before crisis forces your hand. If you're facing reputation damage right now, the Lululemon playbook shows you the path forward.